Welcome back to the Diecast Museum, and today we're taking a look at my very extensive Greenlight NYPD. This is the New York Police Department collection. Every vehicle that I have, well, at least every unique vehicle I have made by Greenlight over the last few years. Taking a look at those in celebration of opening up 17 new emergency vehicles entering my collection. We're going to talk more about these as we get into it. I'm going to start off with the NYPD collection, and the reason why I've amassed it here for this video, as you can see, we've also got a few other emergency vehicles such as Smokey and the Bear, the Fire Rescue. All of the cars getting opened up are still available in the stores at the time of filming. They are the most recent Greenlight releases and my picks of those 6 vehicle sets in most cases. I also procured several more interesting enforcement vehicles from various departments that would have been found in New York, New York City, New York State. And let's get right into it. So much cool stuff here. Greenlight has been making police vehicles in their Hot Pursuit line of emergency and enforcement cars for quite a few years now. As we are up to Series 45, Greenlight has made so many different liveries on many of the same models, but a lot of different models still to choose from. Accurate depictions of which cars and trucks were available in their respected police departments, often procured from pictures taken of the actual vehicles. Now, as to where you might find these particular replicas, castings produced by Greenlight, I can't tell you because I don't remember exactly which series or which series number they were from. Many of them were from these NYPD exclusive collectibles, Police Department, City of New York, it says on it. And here we have one example. This is my newest one, still available, of the 1991 Ford F350. Many of these other vehicles you'll probably have to find on the secondary market as their time in the release pattern has come and gone. Perhaps by months, perhaps by years, but they are readily available on certain websites such as eBay or perhaps at your local toy or hobby shops. Anyways, there's a lineup of Super Duty trucks as well, heavy duty trucks, and we'll go through the names of these best we can in just a moment. But first, just kind of skimming over what you're going to see in this assortment. These are pretty cool, these blank canvas cars, I like to call them. They are all 70s and 80s era 4-door police cruisers, as yet to find their way to their respective state department for the associated livery and painting required. And this is found in an exclusive Hot Pursuit lineup of cars. Those are not typically found in regular department stores, neither of which are the Greenlight first responders if they are of the exclusive nature, as this one is here with the new casting 1992 Ford F350 Ambulance. Can't wait to get that one opened up with you guys. But we're into Series 1, so that's pretty cool. These are available in big box stores. And of course, the series encompasses 6 vehicles, as each series does. Only exclusives typically don't have 6 vehicles in the series. With the exception of the 92 Ford F350 Ambulance, it could be found with 5 other liveries on it. We'll talk more about which ones those were in a minute when we get to opening it. And we've also got Fire Rescue, and this is Series 4, so that's the newest available set of 6. I've picked out 3 of my favorites. 6 vehicles in the Smokey Bear set as well. I've got this really nice 1990 Ford F250. Can't wait to get all of these open up with you. And I think first we're going to go in and just take a real close look at some of the more interesting NYPD vehicles out here so we can make some room on the review table. All right, we're going to start the video by checking out the loose collection first. Going for a close look and identification of all of these really cool collectibles. If you are a police car fan or enforcement vehicle collector, you're probably really going to enjoy this video. So let's start with one of the oldest models here, and that is this 1966 Ford Bronco featuring an opening hood. This is the Central Park I assume some sort of patrol vehicle. You can see all the little floodlights on the roof pointing out side to side. I can imagine this truck driving some narrow, dark roads through Central Park, looking for criminal behavior. And next up, we've got a 2006 Ford Crown Victoria, New York City Taxi and Limousine Commission Enforcement. So, looking for crooked taxi drivers parked in the wrong spot, something of the sort. Now we've got the New York State Police 1974 Dodge Monaco. This one has an opening hood as well, as do most Greenlight castings. And it is really bright in that yellow and blue paint job. And here is a newer state trooper, New York State Police on the door. This is a 1989 Chevy Caprice. Next to, I believe, another 1989 Chevy Caprice. New York City Housing Supervisor. Got an interesting dark yellow roof on that dark blue patrol car. And finally, another Chevy Caprice. This one's a 1990 Transit Police in the blue and white livery. Let's go into some of the more recognizable NYPD vehicles, the bulk of which are either a medium blue with a white top or white with blue letterings and stripes, the exception being the Patrol Support NYPD Auxiliary Van. Let's start by checking out these big international. This big truck is from the Greenlight SD series of vehicles, and it features a stake bed back, giant dually rubber tires and axles, and this is the International Workstar 1/64 scale, as are all the vehicles. That truck came with the police barricades and pylons that you see here, which are very nice accessories to have. And we've got the 2013 International Jurastar Police Van with metal box and opening rear doors. Extremely heavy, single axle dually on the back. Then we've got two step vans. These are 2019 models. One with a push bar, the other without, and featuring a light bar, however. We've got the step through open door, door in the open position, I would say. And then functional rear doors that open on the back. So we've also got the Highway Patrol NYPD step van here. A 2016 Ford Transit. This is another heavy casting, very large and super detailed. Ford Explorer, not sure exactly what year, it will say on the base somewhere. Dodge Charger. Chevy Volt, a 2016 model. And that is well decorated as well. All electric NYPD traffic. Pretty cool. 1997 Jeep Cherokee. 1976 Chevy G20 van, emergency services. 1987 Ford Mustang, probably a pursuit vehicle, I would say. A 1993 Ford Crown Victoria. Really love this casting by Greenlight. Glad they made it. As I am also glad that they made this 1986 Ford LTD station wagon. And that is a really cool NYPD car. Definitely an exclusive, as I remember. A 1989 Chevy Caprice. Next to a 1982 Plymouth Grand Fury. And next to a 1977 Plymouth Fury. Very similar model, 1978 Dodge Monaco. Just a grille change, really. Very minor changes there from car to car. A 1976 Pontiac Le Mans. Also super happy that Greenlight made this casting. Love these oddball big old four-door cars. Looking for a Bonneville, specifically a mid-80s. And we've got the 1976 Ford F350 tow truck. Super cool. That was an exclusive as well. And so was the 1986 GMC Sierra K2500 with push bar. 1985 Chevy Blazer K5 with removable rear roof. And jump seat spare tire. Nice little models. That's a hitch and tow truck, as you can tell by the hitch. Actually, many of these trucks do have hitches, so that is pretty cool. Should we just swing all these cars around? You want to see them on all sides? Such nice details. I won't go picking at all the hoods to open them up for you, but they do mostly have very detailed engines under the hoods and clean hood lines as well. A lot of transparent taillights, if not transparent, then well painted. Just tremendous details. What year was the Dodge Charger? We didn't know. That's a 2010. And the Ford Explorer was a 2014. Big old van. Keep back 200 feet, it says. Okay, let's get right into the opening of the newest emergency vehicles to enter my collection, starting with the NYPD 1991 Ford F350. I've gone ahead and made some room here for the latest additions to my collection, and we are going to look at 3 Ford F350s, 1990, 91, and a 92, consecutively from 3 different series, starting with this NYPD exclusive from the Hobby selection. Got a nice cityscape in the back here, and just a really good looking truck, as are all Greenlight models in my opinion. The back is pretty much straightforward, same as the front. Got a little New York City holographic guarantee of some sort. I've already gone ahead and pre-cut these, so it's not going to be too time consuming to get these out of the package and shined up with a little chamois rag, perhaps, if need be. See a little bit of kind of a dusting on the windshield. That'll clean up. And let's just take a look at this truck. Emergency Services 3100. Really cool looking truck. It's got a separately cast hood, which does not open. And nicely detailed light bar. Very happy with this truck. It appears to be a 2-wheel drive version. And slightly higher than normal suspension, perhaps. And it's a great roller. And we've got the little chamois here. Let's see if we can shine that window up. And, well, that might be on the inside of the windshield. Unfortunately, there's even a fingerprint in there. So, that hasn't completely disappeared from the Greenlight manufacturing process. That is the grime and the fingerprints. But, you know, overall, it's not quite as bad. Also noticing a slight bit of scratching and defects on the hood. Slightly unfortunate, but it is what it is. Next up is the 1990 Ford F350 from Smokey Bear. Now this is really cool. Got these actual little posters. Carelessness kills tomorrow's trees too. So very good message there for people that enjoy the outdoors. Just to be careful when having fires and stuff. You know, Smokey Bear's message. Be responsible, prevent wildfires, and prevent something horrible from that happening. So we got the 6 vehicles in Series 3. Really just this truck and the Power Wagon kind of jumped out for me. I didn't find the Power Wagon, I don't think. And that's okay. So since 1944, Smokey Bear has presented his message. Okay, so let's get this out of the package. Another really nice, quality looking piece. Oh, we got a clear windshield, so that is great. Yeah, I was a little surprised to see that murky window on the last truck we looked at, because it may actually be from a while ago. It might be an old exclusive. It did have a 2023 copyright on the package, but latest Greenlight manufacturing processes have not shown any of those old problems that we just saw, such as, well, not any, but not very many of those problems, such as paint defects and smudged windows. I mean, they're not perfectly clean. There's a bit to be done here and there, but, and see, again, that there is a slight fingerprint on the inside of the windshield. But we try not to get hung up on the smallest of details under a macro lens here. I mean, just look at the quality of this truck for the size it is. It's a great representation of a Very iconic pickup truck with just sweet details all over it. And we're going to get some zoomage on here so it's not quite as blurry. Good little push bar. All right, let's zoom out now just a bit and take a look at it next to the police version. Great rolling trucks. And now for the third truck, the 1992 Ford F350 Ambulance from the First Responders Exclusive Series. So this predates Release 1, which you're going to see I have one car from that. And there were 5 other ambulances in this same time frame that this particular ambulance was made by Greenlight. Very generic background. I've got some notes on that, so I'll share those with you in case you're interested in looking them up. So we saw this truck also available with Boston EMS livery, Dallas Police livery, FDNY, the Fire Department of New York livery. That would be cool to have for this particular video. NYC EMS Ambulance, so another New York City. And finally, Long Beach Search and Rescue were the 5 other liveries for the introduction of this new ambulance casting with the F350 cab by Greenlight. Look at this awesome ambulance. It's been in my to open portion of diecast here in the museum for several months now. I'm just getting around to it now. Had I opened it earlier, I may have actually had time to buy all the other 5 ambulances at a more affordable price, but as it is, although still available on eBay, perhaps other places as well, they have gone up significantly in price and are scattered amongst various sellers, making it somewhat unaffordable for me to purchase them. It does have a plastic base, but it does have those real nice rubber dualies and just a lot of really good accessories on it. Let's continue with the First Responders theme. Here's another hobby exclusive. Same exact packaging as the ambulance. This is the 1986 GMC Jimmy New York City EMS. And of course in brackets what all that stands for. So let's get it out of the package now. I really do like collecting these big Blazers and Jimmys. I've got quite an extensive collection of them. And we'll get the zoom right off the bat. Check it out. Nice, clean casting. Looking really good. Got the emergency medical services. City of New York on the door. And Jimmy on the front fender. Patrol services. Very detailed license plate. Well, I mean, the whole thing is detailed. Oh, look at that. They've got a little piece of tape holding this on. Wasn't that clever? And you've got the spare 5th wheel in there. Oh, I see what they've done now. They got a nice little piece of clear, sticky tape. Comes off. Oh, and it actually sits on there now. That's pretty good. I mean, it'll come off if I turn it upside down. But I don't intend on doing that. Push bar. And, well, I am going to turn it upside down, actually, but I'll just hold on to everything. So, we got a 4-wheel drive version here with the lifted suspension. And let's take a look at the Series 1 First Responder. This is the first time we've seen an actual series available in the stores. 69 Ford Ambulance is one that I purchased a while back, and it has been seen somewhere in my reviews. This is it. We'll just take a quick look at it once again since we're looking at it. This is the Ontario Hospital Services Commission Ford Ambulance, 1969. Really love this casting. And that one, I believe, is either Ontario and California or potentially Ontario and Canada. On the back, you've got the other vehicles that are available, but this review is really just about what I like to add to my collection, what I had access to. And that is this 2016 Ford Police Interceptor Sedan. So, otherwise known, I think, as a Taurus. And this is an official fire department car. Now, I really like this casting as well. Kind of a commonality amongst my opinion on Greenlight choices, but they just do really nice work on these cars. Really great proportions and weight. And with those smooth rolling axles and relatively clean straight out of the package. Yeah, that's a clean looking car. And let's see how it rolls. It's a roller as well. So we add some color to this blue and white mix with a bright red Ford. Continuing on with the red theme before we get into some hot pursuit, let's take a look at this Chevrolet, 1984 Chevrolet M1009. It's a military designation. Alaska State Fire Marshal from Series 4 of the Fire Rescue. And there are all 6 there if you wanted to see them. I wish I had found the 72 Ford F350. I don't think I did unless I've already opened it, in which case, well, moving right along. And of course, we're going to need a little bit of zoom to get this truck in focus. Check out how clean those windows are. Very clean. Well, I spoke too soon. We've got a bit of a blemish on the front. Oh, that's a bad one. Those are not clean. Got a big gluey haze right in the windshield. That's unfortunate. That steering wheel looks enormous in there. That is not a good fit. Whoever thought of putting a steering wheel that large in this truck? Is that the case with this other one? Did I just not notice? I mean, these are essentially the same trucks. Massive steering wheel. Interesting. Just massive. A little bit too big. So instead of a sticky on here, we've got an elastic band. There we go. And you got that nice red rim with giant spare tire. Let's see if we can get another angle on that steering wheel. I mean, it almost goes to the roof. That steering wheel is way too big. Nice decals and livery on it. I'm loving it. It's a great truck nonetheless. The axles do feel a little stiff. A roll test will tell you what you need to know. Well, it rolls. It does roll, but it's a little bit, yeah, it rolls. It'll wear in. Uh-oh, I think we're about to lose the bumper. No glue on that one pin. We'll have to set that into the potentially repair pile. I don't think it's that bad yet, but it could be. With some play, it could get real bad. Now we've got some big old 4-doors to look at in the Fire Rescue Series 4. The 1976 Plymouth Fury from East Brunswick, New Jersey, Old Bridge Volunteer Fire Department. Quite the title, and check out all the awesome artwork on the side of this car. This one does have an opening hood and a greasy windshield. So I'm just going to reserve my my opinions further on what's going on with Greenlight. I thought they had this covered. I was wrong. Anyways, let's go in and take a close look at the paint, which is looking good on these vehicles. Very good. Nice and bright. Pretty clean. Nothing a little shine won't fix up. That's a heavy old casting. All metal, of course. A detailed engine, radiator. Looks good. Add that to my collection of big old cars. Park that right in where the Pontiac was. Get in line with all those other Plymouths and Dodges. Just park that old Pontiac in the back for now. Okay, we've got a 1985 Plymouth Grand Fury. And no shortage of those in my collection, of course. But I like it. I like it a lot. Another messed up windshield. What is going on here? This is very disappointing. Yeah, I mean, it's coming off a bit, but anyways. Got fingerprints all over the darn thing, actually. Yeah, they're coming off. But you know what? That shouldn't be. You shouldn't have that problem. I mean, get these manufacturers to put some gloves on or something if they have to be touching the cars to build them. Which is fine. I'm all for the human labor here, but should definitely have some clean hands when assembling the windows of all things. I mean, there's greasy paw prints all over the darn thing, so I still like it. I like it. Oh, we got some really crooked hubcaps on this car. It's a roller, but the hubcap is not painted with the silver spot in the center. We've got splashes of silver off the center hubcaps all the way around. So that might look better almost just to paint those black and then start over with your own little silver paintbrush. Probably could do a better job. For sure, you could do a better job. Let's continue looking at some four-door cars here. We're into Hot Pursuit Series 43. I've got 3 vehicles in this collection to look at with you before we get into those unmarked little cubes with the white police cars in them. This is the 83 Dodge Diplomat State Trooper Florida Highway Patrol. And there's the complete collection on the back. Anything I'm missing? I pretty much chose to leave what was here behind. Just, can't collect everything. Try to collect as much as what you like and what you have room for in some cases. I don't have spaces for the larger vehicles anymore, so these cars and trucks that fit into the Plano 5324 storage compartments I use all around my museum, that's the best. Now, check out the quality on this one. This Hot Pursuit series has a very shiny, clean paint job. I think that might be my finger. No, it's not my fingerprint. What are you talking about? I wash my hands before I make these videos, so there's no way I have a fingerprint, and that is a gluey fingerprint on the bumper. I'm going to do my polishing off camera at this point. We're just going to look at these models, because rarely can I make them look as they should be just here on the lens. Nice rolling car. And let's just take a look at it right next to an unmarked Diplomat. We haven't looked at this Diplomat yet, but I already had it opened up from a previous purchase of those white cubes. This one has the push bars, of course. Different light bar. But otherwise, pretty much the same car. Technically a 1980 versus the 83. I'm not seeing any real difference. This one's got painted taillights, interestingly. They painted the taillights on the 83. Went with the transparent taillights on the 80. Which brings us to the Maryland State Police 1983 Chevrolet Impala State Police car. Let's see what this one looks like. Coming out of the package, looking good so far. Very nice, nice and clean. That's kind of a roll of the dice with the Greenlight cars. Really good details on those taillights. I'm not sure. Did this car actually have all that silver chrome right around the license plate? I don't remember Caprice cars from this era having so much chrome. Well, this is a different era. This is another car I've already opened up, but a blank one. And this is a 1990. Also very clean. So, it has the quad headlights. And this one has the recessed quad headlights, although they haven't delineated them with paint. So it's going to be an older model, of course, being that 83. And otherwise, very much the same, other than the taillights. Body panels are all the same. Yeah, I just don't remember seeing so much silver. Here's another. Well, these are 89s, I think. That's an 89. Yeah, there's lots of different variations. I mean, that is one of the most fun things about Greenlight cars. Check that out. We've got 3 taillight variations for cars ranging from 80 to 1990. And all the same cars. Pretty cool. Okay, roll tests. We've got to have some roll tests in here. Another roller. These are rollers. Diplomat's a roller. Watch out. One more highway Hot Pursuit vehicle to open up here before we get into those little cubes. And that is the City of Orlando Police 2022 Chevrolet Tahoe Police Pursuit Vehicle. Or Tahoe, I guess. Tahoe. Tomato. All right. Get that card back out because I do save those for reference later on. And I just really like this model. I don't normally collect the newer trucks anymore, having quite a few in my collection. But I don't think I have this particular casting in my collection yet. And I thought, well, what better example than this heavy-duty Hot Pursuit vehicle looking mighty fine. I think I got these at the local Wally. And so for that reason, actual pricing on them was much more affordable than the ones I end up buying on eBay. Good heavy duty base. Not a lot of details. We got some muffler, fuel, exhaust, but very blacked out windows on it. Looks like a good detailed interior though. And the roll test, as expected, it's good. It's really good. Okay, we've got 6 of these cubes. These Hot Pursuit cubes, as I'm calling them. And, well, I mean, we can open these cars up, but they are pretty much as you see. So, I think I'll just get them open up off camera, because they are just little boxes, and, well, I mean, they're pretty easy to open. There's just no point in making all this crunchy noises for 6 times in a row. Yeah, yeah, let's do that off camera. So we got those 6 cars, and then these 2 would have been part of that sort of same series. Got a 77 Dodge Monaco Police Pursuit. Another one, so it may look like duplicates at first sight, and it is, but one has a light bar, and one does not. Same true for the Pontiac Le Mans. We got one with the regular roof, the other one with the light bar, and then 2 unique ones. Not sure why there wasn't one available with the light bar without. 74 Gran Torino Sedan. 71 AMC Matador. All the cars are out of their boxes now. And we've got the Matador here. I've opened up hoods on the cars that have opening hoods, or at least most of them, so we can check out the engines. The Matador does not have an opening hood, but it's a really nice little casting. Good heavy little, well-detailed casting. Even being all white, you can see the details. Terrific. We saw the Caprice. I was not able to pry the hood open on the Gran Torino here, although it does open. I just can't get it open. Big, heavy car. And we've got these 2 versions here. Blue engine with black air cleaner under the hood. And comparing it to similar castings, you can see it's got the same blue engine. Looks kind of funny in this car with all the blue painted interior fenders. However, on this Grand Fury, is this a Grand Fury as well? Fury. I keep calling it a Grand Fury. It's a Fury. This one came with a silver painted engine, interestingly. Not really sure why. The Le Mans, really nice job in here. Check out the reservoir tanks painted, and even on the air filter, you got the is that a 400 cubic inch, 400-2, which is really nice details. And here it is on the blue NYPD car, same engine details. Just love the lines on these old Le Mans. Really nice lines on them. And there we have the Grand Fury, 1980. So that's all of them. That's my horde of police enforcement, mainly NYPD cars, but a nice assortment of new fire vehicles, emergency vehicles from other state departments. And I have just a ton more Greenlight to film with you guys. So stay tuned for more of these types of videos, along with Matchbox by the Year and mystery boxes and many more. If you're after anything, happy hunting. I hope you find it out there, and have a great day.